you. Like most people that live in Brooklyn now, I moved to New York 2 years ago. So I think I got a pretty good handle on what's what. Thank you. It is a nice beard, which is my first point about why Brooklyn is better. Manhattan's beards suck. You guys have real office jobs. You have to be clean shaven. Yeah, good for you. Okay. I think my main thing I like about Brooklyn is the grit. I really feel like I'm earning it. Like if you move straight to Manhattan, you're already good. You're not earning any. That's like being signed by the Yankees for $30 million. Well, you really made it in New York. No. You're supposed to start out here paying $750 a month to share a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 grown men over 30. And anywhere from 8 to 15 rats that live in the walls. It builds character. That's what makes it better. I have to look gentrification in the eyes every day. I have to see what's happening right before me. Manhattan's guilt-free. It's already done. Everybody gentrified in the 90s. Now you get to come in and sleep well at night. I know the guy that grew up in my apartment. Do you know what that's like? He still hangs out on my stoop. We have an agreement. You can drink 40s on the stoop. I will live in the house you slept in as a baby. I've had to earn his trust and his friendship. When I first came to Bushwick, yeah, right? I didn't think you'd be so surprised after I mentioned the rats. I figured you would have been like, oh, Bushwick, where the rats go to die in walls. I had to earn the friendship of all the Puerto Ricans on my block. It took a while. They didn't trust me at first. I have a very white face. But now I've been accepted. I had to play the best Puerto Rican on my block in a game of one-on-one in basketball. It was a very white men can't jump thing that I've dreamed about happening my whole life. And it came true. It was a game of one-on-one for the respect of my neighbors, which is really what I've always wanted. And I won the game. And now everyone on my block calls me N-word Tim. Now, my name is Kenny. But I don't think that was white enough for them. They changed it to Tim, and I didn't correct them because I buy drugs from them. I don't even know my real name. It's much better. The cops are like, N-word Tim. I'm like, I'm Cracker Ken. You got the wrong guy. Which brings me to my next point. My drug dealer lives on my block. It's a great advantage. Living in Brooklyn. I just send a text message, a guy comes over, it's very nice. Again, with the drug dealer theme, my drug dealer is bicycle mobile, very quick delivery. You can actually bike in Brooklyn, you know that, right? You can like safely ride. People ride bikes in Manhattan, but I think they have some sort of psychosis going on. When I see someone riding a bike in Brooklyn, I'm like, oh look, they care about the environment and their health. When I see someone riding a bike in Manhattan, I'm like, oh, they're suicidal. They want to die. They are ready to be dead, and they don't have the courage to do it themselves. So they're just going to ride a bicycle the wrong way down 5th Avenue. Without their hands on the handlebars. Okay, here's another, just a glaring blemish. Donald Trump, Manhattan. Thank you for that, everyone. It was very nice of you to gift us with him. Thank you so much. The young New York man who now acts like a Texas redneck. I really appreciate that.
From Long Island.
Thank you. No, don't do that now. Everyone's from Long Island. Let me ask you this. You guys are all from Manhattan, which, by the way, I'd like to thank the show organizers for putting this debate as far away from Brooklyn as humanly possible. So the wolves out here, I understand. I get dinner at the same spot every night. I get a half rotisserie chicken and 2 sides of steamed vegetables because I'm watching my gut. And I pay $6 for that. When's the last time you can't even get a cup of coffee for $6? I get enough food for 3 people. I feel like Brooklyn, like when people talk about how cool Manhattan is just Manhattan in the 70s. All of that stuff moved to Brooklyn. There's no real artists in Manhattan. I mean, there's trust fund kids with paint. There's not art happening. That's what the grid is for. There's graffiti on. People get paid to graffiti Brooklyn. People get paid to cover graffiti in Manhattan. Does that make sense? It's funny, of all the things I said, that's the one that really struck a chord. Oh, I have a backyard, so I think my final point that I'll make is I'm a mover during the day. That's what I do to afford my apartment with my roommates and rats. And my landlord that I'm pretty sure is a stray cat. I've never met him. I pay my rent online and I'm like, can you fix my apartment? And no one comes. A lot of stray cats come, but they don't really have any tools. But I think they run the place. I'm pretty sure. I'm a mover, and I think that people are just nicer in Brooklyn. I get better tips from people with lower incomes when I move people in Brooklyn. And in Manhattan, I just get a death stare from a person who lives alone with 30 pets because they have to work too many hours to live in Manhattan to have human companionship. And so that's why Brooklyn's the best. Thank you.